Hello, welcome back. This is my remote control plane. This is going to be my next project to get this up and flying again. You might be able to tell it's quite old, and that's because it was given to me by my granddad, and he flew it when he was about my age. So I reckon it's been sitting around in garages and things for about 50 years, so it's looking a bit battered. But hopefully, it'll still be able to fly. And my granddad gave this to me about 5 years ago, and I did a bit of work on it at the time, but since then I haven't really done anything. So a few bits do work, but all of it probably doesn't, so I'm going to have to find out which bits still work and then fix the bits that don't. The engine is a little 2-stroke single-cylinder petrol engine, and I have got this to work previously, but it's been about 5 years since it's run, so I expect there's going to be a bit of work to get that up and running again. See, I've taken off the cowling on the front, and that's here. I took that off so that I could work on the engine more easily, so when I get it running, then this will go back on. I replaced the propeller because the original one was quite damaged, so hopefully this one will work a bit better. The wings and the fuselage were mainly intact, so I just cleaned them up, and they look a bit better than they were. They were really dirty to begin with, so I've kept those, and hopefully they'll still do a good job. We can have a look inside if we take off these wings. These will be held on by rubber bands. I need to find some more. If we look inside, we can see that most of the internal systems are all new. So I've replaced the fuel system, got a new fuel tank, and also got new servos and all the electric systems. So I've managed to get the battery stuck down the end of the fuselage. I'm not really sure how that happened. I'm gonna have to try and... That's probably not gonna work. My hand's not really big enough. I can see it, it's in there. Oh, there we go. Aha! So I'm pretty sure all the electrics work okay. So if I plug this back in, we can use the servos hopefully. So now we've got the remote control and we can move the control surfaces. So this is the elevator, and this is the rudder. And this other one is for the throttle, but I don't think it's hooked up yet. This needs to be connected up to the little horn thing. I've also got this trolley thing, which is generally used to start the engine and stuff. I can store my petrol and things. This is for starting the glow plug, which is a bit like a spark plug, but it glows instead of sparks. I've also got this. This is a starter motor. You shove this on the end of the propeller and it hopefully spins round. And if that fails, I've got this glove for doing it manually, but it's a real pain. This is all run off this little motorbike battery. But previously I found that this didn't really give enough juice to run the glow plug and the starter motor at the same time. So instead, yeah, this. And this is the old battery from my car, so hopefully this will give a bit more juice. Unfortunately, I did manage to break my multimeter earlier. I was trying to measure the current from the battery, and I short-circuited it and it went pop, so I'm going to have to replace that. My dad taught me GCSE electronics, so he's not going to be very pleased that he found out what he did. One other problem I've got is that these clips don't really clip onto these terminals, so I'm going to have to find some other way of clipping that on. So I couldn't be bothered to wait for clips to be delivered, so I decided I'm going to make my own. Got these ones. And these fit on just about okay. So I think we'll give them a go. So the idea is that these will be attached onto there, and we can put these little screws through here to attach the wires onto. Okay, so the clips have dried nicely, and they're pretty strong, so that's good. So now the only problem is that the glue isn't electrically conductive. If we do this, it works fine, but across here it doesn't work. So I have to bridge the gap between the steel and the aluminium. So I'm going to scrape off this oxide layer you can see to get to the shiny metal underneath. There we go. Not the best piece of soldering ever. Let's see. Ow. Don't know what happened there. Oops. Ah! It just keeps sparking.
It's not working.
No. I don't know what happens. Not going well. So somehow the solder's fallen off and the glue's broken, so I'm not really sure what happened there. So I'm just going to see if I can bend these clips instead. Maybe that'll be simpler. Yeah, that kind of works. Not sure how well they're going to stay on, but let's see. So the battery's working, and it's getting power to here, because it can run the pump, but this is not. So I took this apart, and there didn't seem to be anything wrong with it, so I put it back together again, and now it seems to work. So I'm not really sure what was going on. I think maybe it just gets stuck sometimes, so... see, now it's stuck. And then... So yeah, sometimes it gets stuck in one position and it won't move. And then you give it a bit of a twist and it's fine. So I guess that's just one to remember. So next I want to see if the glow plug is still working. So I'm going to try and take it out with this thing. Ta-da. So that goes inside here. There we go. Now if we plug these in, you can see it's glowing, which is what we want. I'll put that back in there. So I'm going to see if I can get the engine running for the first time in a long time. I'm out here on the field because you can't run an engine inside a flat. So here's the plane. Let's see how this goes, shall we? So first things first, got to fuel it. So I've got this bottle here. I'm going to try and use the pump on here. Oh! Managed to flood the whole thing. So we're going to have to try and take them out again. Luckily it does have a drain pump as well, so try that. Oh! Maybe a little too full. Pretty sure it's not supposed to spray it out that end. Okay, this isn't supposed to happen either. Got a hand covered in oil. I don't know if you can see, but it's spraying out from the exhaust. Oh dear. Kind of everywhere. Good news, it's putting through the engine, so hopefully I can light it. So I've got the controller so I can control the throttle. Hopefully that'll work. First thing is to add some heat. Here goes. fairly successful. I'd say that was pretty successful. Yeah! Still got petrol, so I'm going to try again. Ow. Exhaust is hot. Note to self. Okay, that was pretty good. It seems to be having trouble kind of keeping on going once it started, so got to figure out what's going on there. But we learned some good things. The chocks that I made, successfully stopping it running away, so that's good. Don't know if you saw these, but these are the chocks. Made these a long time ago, and they're just pegged into the ground, and that stops it running away with itself. So, and it looked like it was straining pretty hard, so I think we needed them as well. You saw me fiddling with this little dial here. This controls the fuel to air mixture, and I think I found that to start off you need a richer mixture, then when it gets going you need a leaner mixture, so less fuel. And I don't know if you saw all of the white smoke pouring out of the exhaust here. A lot of that's unburnt fuel, so I think ideally that wouldn't be quite so smoky. The kind of engine it is, you're going to get some smoke anyway, so hopefully we can find a way to sort that out as well. But a pretty good first run, and I'm pretty pleased. One of the problems I seem to be having is when I increase the throttle, it seems to choke or stall somehow, and what I'm thinking is maybe there's too much air going in and it's kind of drowning out all the fuel, so I need to maybe increase the mixture a bit more. I'm not really sure, so I'm going to have to play around with a few things and see what works. That was fun. Don't really have much steering control because it's just steering with the rudder, so it's got to go probably a bit faster to steer properly, and also it was kind of cutting the grass because it's a bit long, but yes, moving, so that's the good thing. So hopefully if I put the wings on it'll take off. I managed to keep it running somehow. I think I just changed the mixture around a bit, seemed to work, and to turn it off I could, if I put the throttle all the way down, it just kind of idled. So I was told that you'd have to like throw something to the propeller. I'm not sure if that's good for the engine, but it would. So yeah, good test. Next time I'm going to try and fly.